It is said that in the Middle Ages, witches allegedly kept men's members as pets after severing them from their sorry owner. A true travesty, as it's almost certain that these specimens must have been smelly and poorly groomed to say the least. Although nowadays the odds of a witch taking your crown jewels are far lower, keeping them clean and well groomed should be a top priority. Enter Manscaped. Alright then, chat, can everyone hear me? I really hope so. This has been really challenging. I'm gonna have to just message in the chat. Can you hear me? I think there's about an 11-second delay. Thank you, latency. So, Sam Crammer can definitely hear me. And Big 33 Bug, yay! I'm all good. It only took about an hour to fix. Oh wait, someone actually can't hear me. This is not good. Can now. Who was the one who said he couldn't? Or they couldn't? ZX Spec. Okay, good. Oh, finally. And I think I did everything that YouTube asked me to do, and now it's giving me the same error message I've had for the last hour. YouTube is not... Right then. Can you let me know if you can hear me now? And if it doesn't, and if it actually works properly. Arvind, or O1 Nov AA. I like your comment. It's weird to be able to have a conversation with a voice we've been hearing stories and going to sleep with. Hopefully you don't fall asleep through this stream. So I'm just double checking. I've got a few people saying loud and clear, so we're good? Hey, it's Elka. Good to see you. Right, so if we're good, hopefully we can begin. Just gonna wait around in the chat to make sure that no one says they can, not hear me at all. More, your eloquence riles me up to new extremes. Rock hard always, it's otherworldly. Probably should have read that in my head first. All good, I'm hearing you from Singapore and we're all well connected. Oh wow, Singapore. I'd love to go one day. Right then, so let's see. Right, now that we're all here, I wanted to do something silly for April Fool's Day, which is nearly over. But yes, all these troubles have really been making it quite hard to, do this video. Toby, did I get your email? Disquieting occurrence or something? Nope. Maybe it's in spam. Let's have a look at spam. Nothing here. Sorry, mate. No, nothing in spam, I'm afraid. Alright then, so I'm going to run a little test now. I think it should work. I'll just go back to YouTube. Nambian here. Wow, that's cool. Do you recognize my comments from the past? I'm sure it'll give flashbacks. Sorry, disquieting experiences. Toby, just shoot me another email, mate, and I'll have a look. First time I managed to catch a stream. Just wanted to say I've been listening for years. Thank you, Snapped Ninja. Sam, I'm considering rejoining your Patreon. Been a couple of years since I was on it 3. That's alright, it's a recommendation, it's cool stuff in it, but if you don't want to, it's all good. Just keeps cutting in and out. Oh, not again. This is disquieting. So, Namibian. Oh, wow. I've never been to Namibia, sorry. That's good. More. No connection issues. So I'm just going to have... I wish I could add a poll. Can you add a poll? Yes, I can do a poll. Can you hear me without lag? Or it cutting out? Wait, no. Better rephrase that. Does the audio cut out? Yes, no. Right. Papa poll chat. If you can just answer as we go, that'd be great. Does the audio cut out? No is winning. Be good if I could see the stats. 21 votes. 71% say it's not cutting out, and 29% say it do. Oh, this is not good. I don't have connection issues. It all sounds great. Well, guys, I've really tried. I'm sorry to the 30% of you that it, lags or cuts or whatever. I don't really know what to do about that. I even called up my internet provider, and they said, "Oh, well, we'll reset your your speed, etc., etc." So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, no, can hear you clearly. Oh, this is really challenging. Right, I'm just going to go ahead because otherwise I'll never do anything. Little Pandora is now Big Pandora. She's 7 now. A little big girl. Where does the time go? I wonder who was here when she was born 7 years ago. Right, so I have something fun for us today. I don't know how long you guys have actually been listening to me for, but you might recall that over the years I've been asked to do promotions, and I used to just do the standard stuff like, sponsored, this video has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, etc. So yeah, I'm losing my words now. And it got pretty boring pretty quickly, so I had to try and spice it up for my own entertainment mostly. And I made what I like to consider my catalogue of cringy ads. And so the other day I was emptying my Google Drive when I found one, the puppet one. I don't know if you guys remember that. And I said, oh my God, for April Fools, I'm going to, revisit them with the audience and see what you guys think. It's great to see some of you were around, some of the OG listeners. Elka, of course, Gling, Troy. Can't believe we've been here for like over 7 years. The channel is going to be turning 10 years old in in October. It's just wild. To dry keze rashonti. I'm going to go with that. Chelsea. Although I'm going to be honest, I don't really follow football. My dad's a huge Chelsea fan, and ever since I was small, he got me like the Chelsea jersey and stuff. And if anyone asks that, well, that's what I'll say. But I don't actually watch any football. But yeah, right. So I have prepared 5 of the cringiest, 5 of my preferred cringiest videos of little ads that I've done. So at the end, I just want to do a little poll, 1 to 5, which one you think is the worst, the main offender. I'm not going to watch all of it, just the entertaining part, and then I'm going to switch it off. But I'd like to get your reactions in the chat, because that's one thing I don't think many people ever reply to when you make them. All right, I'm going to start with Manscaped Witches. It is said that in the Middle Ages, witches allegedly kept men's members as pets after severing them from their sorry owner. A true travesty, as it's almost certain that these specimens must have been smelly and poorly groomed, to say the least. Although nowadays the odds of a witch taking your crown jewels are far lower. Keeping them clean and well groomed. Alright, we'll stop there. Thoughts on this first one? How cringy was this one? Sam Crammer has been here for 7 years. That's crazy, bro. Durikes. Thank you for the effort. Duriquest? Duriquest? Duriquis? I hope I got that right. Awkward silence. I'm assuming it did actually play, or nay. Did the little clip actually play? Yeah, it looks like it did. Is the chat is dead? Maybe I'm having internet trouble. Oh, I am having connection trouble. Everything just came in. 40% cringe. Cooking is witchcraft. Your voice makes it hilarious. It was actually rather interesting. Was it an April Fool's joke? No, it was an actual promo for Manscaped. The the razors and stuff to trim your balls and stuff. Feels overscripted. 7 out of 10% cringe. Oh, I've been listening to you since 2016. Just happened to lose my account in 2019 and open another in 2019. Oh, thank you, Elka. Okay, yeah, the chat is moving. Well, yeah, I thought it was a funny, silly thing. It's just hard to make ads interesting. But there's one which I think is even worse. So we'll play that one.
Emma, your time has come.
No, wait, I haven't scanned my receipts.
What?
On Fetch Rewards, you can scan it and receipt, like this one, and you redeem the points, and then you can spend them all from your mobile device in a matter of seconds.
Oh, wait, shit. Rewards for receipts? This is a hoax.
No, really, you can even scan your Amazon purchases.
Can't even see the whole thing, and I edited it before. That's so silly. I think that's enough of that one. Basically, it's just a receipt app. Oh, Wizard of Cause. One narrator to another. Hey, good to see you. No, that's not actually me. That's my brother, and that's my wife. Yeah, Louisa. Elka knows. Um, I think that's one of the silliest ones, but no, I think the worst one. I mean, I'd like to get your takes on it. I think this one is even worse. This is me.
I'm
on
really
the right
sorry
hand
to hear
side
about your
wearing the
wife,
cap.
especially after you lost all your money. But I'd like to inform you, you've just been made
That's
a
my
lord.
brother in the middle, and his girlfriend, who's allegedly dead, on the table. But now, because he got a lord title, she's suddenly not dead. It's supposed to be a funeral.
Let me guess,
Yeah,
you
that's
want to
the whole
become a
point.
lord or
If
lady?
you actually look
Don't
to the
worry,
very
I got
start-
you. My friends over at Established
Shit, I can't
Titles have
be
hooked me
talented.
up with a sweet 10% discount on top
Well,
of their already running.
Never mind. Point is, if you noticed at the very start, it was actually Pandora in the crowd of mourners. But I thought it was, one of the definitely not my best one, but I had no idea how to do that one. But I still thought it was fun. Let's see. All right, I don't remember this one. NordVPN. Oh my god, the puppet one.
Who are you? How did you even get
I
in
don't even
here?
know what I was thinking when I did this.
Get out of
I
my
was
house
literally clueless
now!
and I had a deadline. So
I'm
I
a
just put out
tracker,
Pandora's
and I have
box.
been sent to
Not even
spy
puppets,
on your
like,
browsing
the outfits of her
activity.
toys,
What?
and started
Have you
putting
met
this
my
together with just
associates?
some
Your
random-
associates? Ooh, are those your card details? Go away, stop looking! Hold the phone, is that Puppet Hub?
It certainly is. Let's write that down for extortion later.
It's not, go away, why can't I just have privacy online? He's even using an incognito tab.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Get a VPN. Oh, that... I was actually almost embarrassed to send that one. And I was so surprised when they actually approved it. I was like, are you serious? This is the most low budget thing I've ever done. But it was just so unhinged at the time. I think this last one is probably my favourite. Yeah, Puppet House. I had to try and make it funny. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna do the last one now, and then we'll move on to the Q&A portion. So I personally think this is my best one. I really like the puppets one because it's just, unusual. It was obviously Christmas when we recorded this. The buzzing is he's supposed to be trimming his balls.
What are you doing? Manscaped. Gentlemen, don't be like this guy who's never...
I was actually quite happy with that transition. It was, it was probably my favourite of the ads. That and the puppet one. I want to see how many of you in the chat actually remember this one. No, actually, my wife doesn't like having the tree up in April. Yeah, we usually get rid of it. I think towards the end of January, we usually just keep it up. Mostly because the kids like having it. But now that we've got cats... Oh, did we even put one up this year? No, we didn't put one up this year because we got cats, 2 cats. So we were scared that they would just absolutely destroy our tree. So yeah, right, I'm going to start a new poll. How do I do the poll? Poll. Please let there be 5 options. Right, do I have to kill this one first? Bye. Stop poll. Right then, I'm going to go with the poll. Oh, it's up to 4 options.
That's very sad. The award for best ad goes to... Right, we'll just keep it to 4. It's going to be either Puppets, Home Intruder, so the last one. I can't believe I've already forgotten them. Let's run through them one more time. Oh yeah, the Manscaped Witches and the Lord titles. Witches and the Lord title. Right, let's go. Start voting, peeps. I want to see those results. Puppets is winning. Right, let's get those stats out there. Puppets on 29. Home Intruder only on 14. Oh, evenly matched. It's getting interesting. Right, I'll let you vote. I'm going to go through some of the chat now, see some of the messages. Oh dear, hold on. You can buy ordination for $10 and a doctorate of metaphysics for $25 online. I wanted an established title just so that I could be the Lord Reverend Doctor. Oh, did you guys see that the Lord title thing ended up being a huge scam? I mean, I think most people knew it was kind of just like a joke, like a gag gift, but yeah, then I think they even shut down. Yeah, it was interesting times. Wait, is that really more? I don't think Louisa and I appeared together in any of the ads. Ever. Me and Kitty would be 20 in July. Oh my god, that is so... In June, sorry. That is really good. Ah, it's Tom Keithley. Good to see you, buddy. Lord title is appealing. Did someone just lock their car in the background? Yeah, they did. Really good ear. Really good ear, Sam. Does that mean the children are back? If there is noise in the back, I will apologise. Right, and we're going to move this on to the... I think this might be the second time I've ever caught you live. Yes, it's for anyone wondering if I'm, just a bot. What music have you been listening to lately? That is a really good question because honestly, I have not been listening to music. I have been listening to audiobooks, which is something I think I've told you guys before. My wife is really into romantasy. I'm going to call it that. Other people call it smut, but it's not that smutty, to be honest. And she told me to read Fourth Wing. So instead of reading it, because I read so much every day, I listened to it. So I read Fourth Wing, and now listened to Fourth Wing, and now I'm going through... What's the second one called? Got to listen to about 4 hours yesterday as well. This one's called Iron Flame. That's right, Iron Flame. Just something to listen to in between Stephen King. Yeah, I hardly ever put music on in the car. What's even happening here? Nicole Jurek. Yep, got him a few years ago from some good friends. I wish I'd had him sooner. He's so good. The audiobooks. I really like the audiobooks. They're good. There is also a version where they actually have a whole cast because I think the books became really popular. So yeah, I'm just enjoying the books really right now. David Clements is such a good book author. I haven't read any of his work, but I have read... But, I'm actually making my way through, all of Stephen King that I can right now. I'm currently on The Black House, but it's really slow. Like, I don't know if you guys have read those two. It's... What is it called? I'm trying to remember. It's not The Territories, that's... The point is, there's 2 books, and I'm on the second one. It's just a really slow start. Oh yeah, Stephen King is a legend. Gling, I've read almost all Stephen King books. You know, that's what I would like to do. I would like to get and read all of his books as well. But it's going to take some time. I really wanted to do the Dark Tower series, but I read that some of the stories take place in stuff, and stuff that's happened in other books is maybe a little bit relevant. So I was making my way through the list of all the books that kind of precede the Dark Tower or remotely involved. So that's what I'm working on. And once I finished all of them, then I'll start the Dark Tower. From Beeb Muff, thank you for the videos. I use them as background noise at work. I'm glad to hear it. In fact, before I even started this, I used to listen to, Mr. Nightmare, Lazy, Creeps McPaster, even Rob Dyke, who's now Rob Gavigan, while I was at work, and it would really help pass the time. And, especially, I don't know about you guys, but when my old job had lots of, boring things you had to do, and it would just be like, clack, 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 for hours. And so just listening to that in the background really helped. Yeah. But I'm glad you guys enjoy the stories. It really does mean a hell of a lot to me. And what about this last video? I hope you guys liked it. Those stories were quite hard to find. I have Black House and the Talisman. The Talisman, that's it. Thank you, Sam. The Talisman and the Black House, yeah. I mean, the Talisman was really good. I'm slow start, but once you're about 2 hours in, it really starts picking up. And I'm assuming that the Black House is the same, but I've gone about an hour and a half, and I'm just like, I'm going to give it a break. Your ghost stories were so scary, one of them made it hard for me to sleep. Had to take a break for a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it nonetheless. I love me the ghost stories. Between woods and ghosts and cryptids, top quality content. The Shining or The Dead Zone are probably my favourite books. The Shining. I liked The Shining. I'd never seen the movie. I thought it would be scarier because everyone said it's so scary, and I read it and I was like, this was fun, but it wasn't that scary. But maybe The Dead Zone will be better. Are we going to hear more intros from Pandora? We could, if you want. I actually was thinking of getting you guys to record the intros and just, someone sends in an intro, put it in at the start of the video, and the next day, if someone sends another one, just do that. You don't really need to read Dark Tower. The characters are just interwoven. Christy Brown, thank you, Christy. But the thing is, it's just the way. Because I'm going to read all of them anyway, and I know the Dark Tower series, King describes him as his magnum opus. I'm like, well, I want to just, instead of seeing everything retrospectively, I just want to have all the groundwork laid and then just dive in. But that's just the way I see things. Elka, you're very welcome. I'm really glad that you enjoy it as always. Doctor Sleep is an outstanding sequel. I really enjoyed Doctor Sleep as well, to be honest. That wasn't, the start of that one wasn't so hard. That's what I find challenging. If the book starts really slowly, it's just really hard to get into, but it was fine. Do you listen throughout the week but download them on Spotify since I don't have access? Wait, hold on. No, I'm clicking things I shouldn't be clicking. I do listen to you throughout the week from Toby, but download them on Spotify since I don't have access to Instant constantly. That's all good, Toby. Whatever works for you. Tom, and now I get to thank you properly more. Thank you for putting me on the path to being published, my dude. Oh, you're welcome, dude. I hope it goes really well. When are you doing more dark web stories? Those are my favourite. From Koto. That is a really good question. One to which, let me find out. I've got my document here. Dark web. Did I call it deep web? Deep web. We currently have exactly 0 stories for deep web. I haven't actually looked for them in a long time. If you would like some, I can probably make it happen. I might put a poll out and see what the audience wants. Generally. But yeah, I think if we can make it happen. The Man in Black is just flag. Yeah, I know. It's the Man in Black is flag. I mean, I've already done. I keep forgetting the names. The Eye of the Dragon, which I thought was actually really fun. I liked that one, and the one where the world ends with the super flu. I forgot the name, but that one was really good as well. I wish he'd do another, like a sequel to The Eye of the Dragon, even though it's kind of like more geared to children or young adolescents. I still thought it was a solid read. It was fun, and that world really interested me. Let's have a look. Other comments. By the way, this is now a Q&A. If you want to just drop in your questions, I will try and answer them. You are my dinner ritual. I cook dinner and listen to your stories. Thank you for creating this beautiful content. Oh, Liz Bettis, I'm really glad that you like it. It means a lot. Thank you. Where are you from? From Toby Kester. Where are you from? You have an accent that really enhances the storytelling. I'm from the UK, southeast England. It's not a district. From Kent specifically. So that's where the accent is from. Black-eyed children. I'd love more black-eyed kid stories. Let me see if I've even got any. Black-eyed. Nope. Maybe how about in the BEK? BEC? Nah, there simply are none. I've got absolutely zero. I haven't read any of them. Oh, birds. In years. In literal years. So it's quite sad because I love those stories. I might just do a re-record, just fix up the what do you call it? Fix up the wording on some of the stories, and just do like a reboot because it's been a long time. Maybe I'll make it like a, what's the word? Like not like a compilation, because it's not going to reuse. I'm going to re-record everything, improve all the stories, just so that they sound better, and like go from there. I would really enjoy to do that because the Black Eyed Kids stories are some of my favorites. Have you read The Stand? Yes, The Stand. That's the one I'm talking about. The Superflu one. I enjoyed that one, but it was really long because I got the the extended edition. Are you making EMT or police stories anytime by any chance? Let's have a look, Nicole. Is it now EMS? Did I call it EMS? Yes. Actually launched last month 4 stories on Patreon over some early stuff about EMS/police. 2 of those stories were absolutely horrible. They're disturbing. I currently have 9 stories. Let's see. SSLLMMLMM. Not enough content here for a whole video. I'm gonna need at least 6 or 7 more stories. So I do try and find them. We do spend a lot of time looking. So hopefully soon, Nicole. Maybe by probably May or maybe April, but more likely than not May. Tom Keithley, while my passion project, my books are a bit slow catching, however, getting them out there has opened some really awesome doors for me. Well done, Tom. That's really good. Zella, just wanted to say I've been listening since 2019. Love the channel. Absolutely glad you're still here putting out these kick-ass vids. As much as you do. Much love from Kansas. Oh, thank you, Zella. Glad that you enjoy them. Have you ever had a paranormal experience? Well, Troy, I'm not sure if it was truly paranormal, but I'll retell the story anyway for those of you who don't know it. Back in 2013, my wife, then fiancée, was staying in France as part of something called the Erasmus program, where uni sends you to a different country to study for 6 months or a year. To improve on your language skills if you're studying languages, which both of us were. Oh, and hello, Nightmare Files. Sorry I didn't see you in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. So, where was I? So yeah, she was in France, and she lived at the very end of a long road, and it's not like it was in the middle of nowhere or it was isolated. It was just, like a little neighborhood with lots of streets and stuff, and you had your main street that you had to go down, and then towards the end at the right there was a little path for pedestrians, not for cars, and that would lead you to her street, which is fine. And it was about half a kilometer maybe to walk from the road where the bus dropped us off in a straight line to get to where we had to turn for her road specifically, and it was just one straight line. And it was dark. We'd just gone to the cinema, and it was raining slightly. I want to call it like spitting or drizzle. Not very, you weren't getting very wet, but it was, almost like if rain was snowflakes. And we were walking along the road, and it was dark. And the street lights, there were only 3 in this whole half a kilometer. So the space where it was like noticeably more dark was pronounced. And as we were just walking along, chatting, mostly being quiet, I think, we get, not far from where the turnoff to her house was. And bear in mind, it's silent around, other than our footsteps. You can't even hear the rain, it's that light. And us talking as we walk. There's almost no sound. No cars came by. There were no people out. There was nothing at all. So it was just like, if that's how footsteps sounded, like tuk, 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 as you walked along. And then, not long after, right before we get to the little turn-off, in a house that was completely pitch black and that we'd never seen a car parked in ever, and that had a lot of junk on the front garden, we hear this maniacal laugh, like I can't even do it properly. I'd have to practice it, but it came out of nowhere. And we just like held our hands tighter and just ran. And once we made it to the corner, we were just like, what the hell was that? The next day when we walked by, there was still no car, there was no one. And the thing is, it could have just been a person that was just lying in the dark garden, just waiting for someone to pass to scare them. It's possible. I mean, we never saw any lights on in the house. We never saw anyone in the house. We never saw a car, which, made it all the more scary. But why would anyone do that? Like I said, no cars passed. Someone would have had to, turned off all the lights, gone outside, and just waited for that moment. Which, I don't put it past someone to do that. Or maybe it was something more. I honestly don't know. But that's the story. That's what happened. That's all it is. So I hope you enjoyed that, Troy. What's the scariest story you've ever read? I can't remember any specifically, but it's usually the ones that involve children. I think probably my least favorite story ever, just because it's really horrifying, is one where a babysitter is driving two little girls. I don't know where she's taking them from or to, just that she's driving them. And they're twins, by the way. And as they're driving, the babysitter is going way too fast on the highway and crashes into another vehicle. The driver gets, killed on impact. And the way that the impact happened meant that the sister that was sitting behind the babysitter, I don't think she was wearing a seatbelt, smashed into the chair and basically half her head caved in. But the other sister was wearing a seatbelt. And obviously she wasn't great, but she was alive. And when the firefighters come to pull her out, she's saying to the firefighters, help my sister, help my sister. And the firefighter looks over and sees that her sister is beyond gone. And, as a parent of three, stories like that really, really get to me. It's just like, can't believe that happens. So I hope that answers your question. It's definitely, to me, the scariest thing that I've ever read, because it's just so possible. It's just real. It's exactly what can happen. So I hope that answers your question. Snap Ninja, is your Discord free, or would I need Joy Patreon to get in? Snap Ninja, I have actually killed my Discord a while ago. If it still says somewhere about the Discord server, please let me know, because I will have to remove that. I tried the Discord for a long time, but no one really participated in it, so I just killed it. So yeah, sorry. Yes, I have the version 2, the really long one. Yeah, Gling, it's so long, but it's good. Toby, I don't want to miss your message. Going back to my email from earlier, I would love to see what you think about my experiences. I'll get back to you via email, Toby. I'll let you know. Have you done other culture scary type videos, like stories from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Japan, etc.? There's some really supernatural stuff happening in those areas. Liz, thank you so much for asking. I do actually. I have a series, Scary Stories from Japan or Rural Japan. I often do collabs with J Nightmares to make those, so I do know those. They're pretty scary. Then I've never done a video exclusive to Mexico, but I did do 50 scary stories from the States. That was pretty good. And I'm actually working on one for stories from Canada. So that should be fun. I'll but I could definitely do one from Mexico. I think it would be really good to do. Have you face reveal from Layla? I definitely have. Few times. Give me one sec, guys. Right then. So that answers the face reveal question. Tom, I found you in 2016. How long have you been doing the narration thing? I started in 2016, Tom. Wait. No, 2015. The end of 2015. That's when I started. So, you were an OG, Tom. Wow, you're kidding, Mort. Terrifying. Super scary. Mort, you must do a story of Tokoloshi. I don't know what that is, but if you send me an email, I'll definitely try and look it up. Maybe me and Jay can, cook up some good stories. I've seen a full body apparition. I would love to hear about that, Gling. If you haven't sent it to me already, of course. If they were laying in the garden, man, they're committed. I know, Tom. I mean, I'd like to believe it was paranormal, but, you just don't know, do you? More. Do you know about the... No, I do not know about the Tokoloshi. If you can tell me about it, I'd love to find out. I just want to share something from Tom Kester. My experiences real quick. When we moved into our house around 10 years ago, and shortly after I started having recurring dreams, continuing in a later comment. Ooh. I have a feeling the chat is delayed. Do you have an Instagram? Layla, I do. It's at Mortis Media. So, let me check. I try not to go on Instagram too much because I end up just scrolling mindlessly. And that is a problem for me because I have so many things I need to do. Yep, at Mortis Media is still good. I've got messages from 5 days ago I need to answer. Thank you for reminding me. Tina Fey, my kids are growing up with you, started in the womb. Oh, I'm glad that they're in, that I can become a staple to their background noise. Tom, I'd be doing everyday stuff in the basement and I would start floating, then get flung into the air and wake up and start. And this would happen every night. Ooh. Is this in your story? I'm going to have to read all of it. I've been around you since you were a baby YouTuber from Tom, and now you're like the Kevin Bacon of YouTube. It's been fun doing this. I'm glad that people like it. I never thought that so many people would like ghost stories, etc. But it's good. I like it. Thank you for comparing me to Mr. Kevin Bacon. Troy. I remember an experience once when my mum stayed in a Victorian home. There was a painting of an original owner from the 1800s, a woman. My mum found it creepy and took it down. I don't blame her. Gling. I think I've told you about it more. I can tell you again if you want me to. I can email you just because it's way too long for the chat. I would love to hear it, Gling. Send it over. I can put it in a video, even if it's been on again, Fresh audience. Fresh content for the audience. Clyde says thank you from Jen Brooks. Thank you for helping Mummy and I sleep at night. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Jen. Started listening to you from Snap Ninja around early 2016. Heard about you through the grapevine. Lazy Masquerade Beatbuster. Oh, thank you. And a bunch of us have, stopped doing it, really. Not completely. I think last time I checked Beatbuster, he just uploads. I'm not sure if he just does like one video a week or compilations. Lazy flipped from narrations to other stuff. Mr. Nightmares has been doing it for years. I mean, he's still pretty much stuck to the same. But it's hard competing with shorts because YouTube now puts that at the very top, and so views decline and everything. But I'm glad that you guys still stick around. It means a lot. Star, I've been watching your videos for over 6 years now. I'm such a big fan and so proud of how far you come. Thank you, Star, and thank you for sticking around. They always ask for Morty. Oh, that is so nice, Tina. Well, I hope they continue. That's why I omit profanity and stuff like that, just so, younger listeners can hear without, getting too traumatized. You have to also choice your words when doing that. I think I've got time for 1 or 2 more questions because I am going to have to wrap up shortly. It is getting late o'clock. Well, 10 o'clock specifically. But yeah, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. So, but it's been fun. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm glad that we got the internet figured out at the end. It is a hassle. I'm going to wait for any more questions because the chat is kind of paused. Tom, well, nearly all my favourite people I've either found directly off your channel, like Papa Scare, MCT. I might not know them, unless I don't know the acronym. I found Jay and Creepy Oz. Yeah, I haven't really worked with Creepy Oz before, but Jay is quality stuff. Discovered Mortis Media from Matthew in 2019, and now I cannot sleep without you in my ear. Ah, glad you enjoy it. Top out of 10 out of 10 cars. Hello. Thank you so much for the time. Stay amazing. You too, Liz Perez. It's 11 in South Africa. Oh yeah, because there is that slight time difference. And from MCT, I found As the Raven Dreams and Marie's Field of Nightmares. I think I've seen them around, but I've never actually spoken to them. Last movie you watched? Why is it so hard to answer that question? Was it Wicked? No, it was something else. The last memorable movie I saw was Wicked. Unless it was like a kid's movie that I've already forgotten about. Wicked was really good. I liked Wicked. There are 2, so they're little parrots now. Ah, they are 2. Oh my goodness. I've got a 2-year-old. Aurora is crazy. Really crazy. How long do you plan on continuing to make videos? That is an excellent question, Star. Honestly, I will keep doing it so long as people listen to it. Because I love reading the stories and love sharing them with you. And so long as there's, someone willing to still listen, I'll probably still make them. It's just after 12 p.m. here. Miss Creepy Tales. Oh, yeah, that's it. Do you mean for your videos to be listened to in your sleep? Actually, no. I try and put a lot of effort into my videos for, people to listen to all of the stories. But it just so happened that people started listening to fall asleep. And, well, it's just the way things went, really. I'm glad that you fall asleep to them. Funny story. I don't know if you guys know Warren from A Warning to the Curious. He usually comments on most videos. Something funny. And we were recording live in the studio in London. And we'd prepared our scripts. So I started first, and he was on the other side of the table. And I started recording. And as he was... but on the other side in front of me, he starts closing his eyes and, drooping his head a little bit. And I pause the recording. I'm like, Warren, are you okay? And he's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I just put you on to fall asleep, and I guess I just hear you and fall asleep. And I wasn't sure if that was like a compliment or an insult, but it was always very funny to me. So yeah, if people listen to me and fall asleep, that's all good, so long as they, listen a little bit. Okay, yeah, Leela, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll reply if tonight, or tomorrow. Elka, I just want to send my love to your lovely daughters, you and Louisa. I also wanted you to know if Louisa continue her channel. Oh, Elka, thank you. I don't think she will. She's started another project with her friend right now. Maybe they'll do a channel about that, but if they do, I'll let everyone know. But for now, I think it's on pause indefinitely. Hey Mort from Omnicrom Overlord. Big fan of your stories. I listen to them every time one comes out while I'm at work. Hard to start my day without it. Oh, thank you. What is Louisa's channel? Oh, she started a few. We had a travel channel. When we travelled to a few different countries before Pandora was born. She had a channel about, nature, helping people be environmentally friendly. But she didn't feel very good about it, so she stopped that. She had another one? She might have done. I might have just forgotten it. But yeah, those are some of the ones she did. I think our friend Romina, who has a cooking channel, she only like reposts what she does on Instagram now. We did a video with her, and you can see both of us there doing like blind food tasting. That was pretty fun, but that was years ago, and I think she actually links Louisa's channel in there. Right, got time for maybe like one or two more questions, and then that's time to go. Do you plan to continue with your narrations, which are awesome, or do you plan to think about taking a channel in a different direction? I don't think this channel will just stay pretty much as it is, try and improve it and stuff. I don't think, if I do something else, it'll be somewhere else. But yeah, this channel should hopefully just stay the same. I was the first narrator to lull you to sleep. You're welcome. I'm not sure if that's good or not, but I'm glad I could help. Hey, Andy. Wait, you have a studio? I thought you were in a cupboard under the stairs. It's actually not under the stairs. It's a cupboard to the left of the stairs. Thank you. Ruth. No, we went to the YouTube studio in London. We went specifically for that. This is before COVID, so they actually had a space where creators could book in and use. I think it's since gone, but yeah, it was good while it lasted. Granted, I was sick at the time, but it was the birth of the trend. Any tips for someone that wants to start doing YouTube narrations or spooky content? That is a really good one. Start now. So the thing that a lot of people forget is that 15 years ago, 15 years ago, when content creation actually started on YouTube and stuff like that, people who were born around that time and who grew up with it, for them it's so normal to just make content, record everything, post to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything all the time. So the competition is just becoming more and more difficult. So I would definitely try and think about some creative shorts, which I am still struggling to try and create. And also, your long form content. Try and make something that marries both things together. And yeah, hopefully it will help. But just start as soon as possible, really. It doesn't matter if you get it wrong. It doesn't matter if it's very good. So long as you're willing to keep learning and improving and, honing your craft, then you're also, then that's good. I think that's the important thing. It's also like a journey. You start content creation. You're not very good at the start. Maybe in the future we can go through some old narrations that are really bad of mine and, roast the crap out of them, because when I started I was terrible. But if I didn't practice, I never improved, and it's pretty much the same for everything. So yeah, I hope it goes well. Snapped Ninja. I'm sure you can do it. Right then, I'm just going to read the last few comments and wrap up. Andy Smith, you're very welcome. I remember one night I was listening to your story, and I usually listen to them in bed or while working, but it was a video that was so good, and I had to listen to the same story again. Oh, if you can remember what it is, that'd be great. Jenk, cooking is witchcraft. Good afternoon, all Mort. A great night of sleep. Been listening to you for a long time. Thank you, Teresa. You're never going to sleep like this, lol. Tom, at the time it was a very good thing, Morty. I was pretty sick with diverticulitis and listening to scary stories and playing Destiny 2, and it's all I could really do. Oh, glad you got better in the end. Make some shorts on scary stories like Dr. Scary does. I actually haven't checked out what he does. I might have to do that. But thank you all so much for joining. I am now going to wrap up. But it has been really fun to, spend this time with you. So thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed this silly little thing. And the winning poll, Home Intruders won. Well done. Witches came second, Puppets came third, and the Lord title came fourth. Thank you to everyone who participated. It has been really fun. And hopefully I'll see you again on Thursday. I know I published yesterday, but I will not be posting again until Thursday. So, you have to wait till then. Sleep well, everyone. And until next time, stay awesome. And good night.